Football is full of small margins and sliding door moments. One tiny decision, one missed chance, one dodgy referee call, and the whole sport looks different. From Ronaldo's Messi exit to Muani's miss, all the way back to Maradona's hand of God. Every what if could have flipped the GOAT debate and rewritten history. Let's kick things off with CR7. What if the Saudi Pro League mega spending was never a thing? Seriously, where would Cristiano Ronaldo be right now? Let's rewind. Late 2012, Ronaldo's Manchester United saga was blowing up like a Netflix drama. He was benched, publicly throwing shade at Erik ten Hag, and basically speedrunning the how to burn bridges with a club playbook. At 37, his wages were monstrous, his ego even bigger, and top clubs weren't exactly lining up to sign a player who couldn't press, but could post motivational Instagram captions. Then, boom, the Saudis arrived with a suitcase that probably needed its own passport. Al Nassr offered him £173 million a year, and suddenly, Ronaldo was smiling, posing with new shirts, and telling us the Saudi League would soon rival Europe's best. Still waiting on that one, Chris. But imagine if that lifeline didn't exist. Where would he go? Sporting Lisbon could have been an option, the ultimate fairy tale. Back to where it all began, leading the kids in the Champions League one last time. Maybe the MLS, and you bet he'd pick Miami just to one-up Messi. Or, brace yourself, Newcastle. Yeah, I said it. Remember, they're Saudi owned. If the Pro League didn't exist, maybe the Public Investment Fund just tosses him into Eddie Howe's system. Picture Ronaldo pressing alongside Joe Linton. Bro would have combusted before halftime. And the wildest timeline? He actually joins Chelsea. Todd Bowley would 100% have tried it, probably giving Ronaldo a 10-year contract, the captain's armband, and maybe even the Stamford Bridge naming rights. Can you imagine Ronaldo leading the line from Graham Potter's Chelsea? The club was already in chaos. Add CR7 and we're talking Amazon Prime documentary levels of entertainment. So, if Saudi Arabia had never entered the chat, Ronaldo's career could have ended in anything from an emotional homecoming to an absolute clown show. Personally, I still think Chelsea Ronaldo is the funniest timeline. But what do you think? Where would CR7 have gone without Saudi money? Now, what if Kolo Muani had scored in the World Cup final? It's 2022, the World Cup final. Argentina versus France, a clash of titans. Argentina had taken the lead twice in the game, but France clawed their way back, with the score standing at 3-3 in the dying seconds of extra time. Kolo Muani, one of France's brightest attacking talents, found himself one-on-one with Emiliano Martinez, the Argentine goalkeeper. All he needed was one touch to rewrite football history. And he misses. Just like that, the moment slips through his feet. France's hopes crumble as Argentina lift the trophy. Mbappe's hat-trick dazzled, but it's not enough. Social media explodes, memes, fan rants, and what-if debates that could fuel a decade of documentaries. Messi lifts the trophy, finally completing his fairy tale career, and is universally crowned the GOAT. Ronaldo fans? Well, there's a lot of silence on Twitter. Now imagine a parallel universe where Muani buries that chance. The ball rockets into the net. France leads 4-3 with less than 30 seconds to go. The stadium erupts. Argentina frantically pushes forward, but the whistle blows, and France are crowned champions. Messi walks off the pitch, trophyless, and the football world trembles. Argentina fans are devastated. Some question Messi's future. Others publicly campaign for his international retirement. The GOAT debate tilts dramatically. Messi's legacy feels incomplete, and Mbappe's rise as the new king. Muani becomes a national hero overnight, with statues, jersey sales, and pundits hailing him as the ultimate clutch player. Football itself feels different, a world where a single missed shot changed everything. In reality though, Muani didn't score. Messi lifted the World Cup, the GOAT debate finally has a definitive answer, and Argentina celebrates. But every time we see Muani on the pitch, fans can't help but ask themselves, what if? Speaking about Messi, what if Barcelona had enough money to renew Messi's contract in 2021? Picture this, it's mid-2021, Barcelona are deep in debt, but somehow the stars align. Messi, 34 then, had just led Argentina to the Copa America. He's ready to stay, Camp Nou feels like home and fans are begging, but reality hits. Barca are 1.35 billion euros in debt. Their wage bill is over 100% of revenue, and La Liga's financial fair play rules won't budge. Even with Messi reportedly willing to drop his salary by 50%, Barcelona simply can't register him under the rules. Now imagine the alternate timeline. Messi signs an agreement, reduces wages, and stays at Barcelona. Young stars like Pedri, Gavi, and Ansu Fati now have their spiritual captain still leading them. He'd probably be playing with Lamine Yamal, the kid he blessed all those years ago. That attacking midfield plus Messi's vision might have meant more goals, more trophies, and more comebacks instead of a season of rebuilding. Barcelona pushes harder in La Liga and the Champions League. Maybe they beat the early group stage X in the Champions League, a feat that had not happened since 2003. Maybe they win more than one trophy that year. The financial hit is softened to sponsorships, jersey sales, and ticket revenue didn't collapse as they did when Messi left. After all, Barcelona reportedly lost an estimated 77 million euros in commercial income just from his departure. But beyond the money and the trophies, this timeline gives Barcelona fans something priceless: closure. The dream of Messi retiring as a one-club player, a legend who never wore another European shirt. It's the romantic ending most Barcelona fans wanted. Messi lifting trophies at the Camp Nou until the very end. Not in Paris, not in Miami, but at the club that raised him. In the real world, Messi left, and the fans felt betrayed. The storybook ending slipped away. Let's turn our gaze to another Argentine with one of the most famous moments in football: the hand of God. What if the referee saw Maradona's hand of God? It's June 1986, Azteca Stadium, Mexico City, quarterfinal of the World Cup. Argentina versus England. A heated match full of history and controversy. In the 51st minute, Diego Maradona outjumps England's keeper, Peter Shilton, and with his hand, punches the ball into the net. The referee, Ali bin Nasser from Tunisia, did not see the handball clearly. He looked to his assistant, Bogdan Dochev, who apparently didn't signal that anything was amiss. The goal stands. Maradona later cheekily calls it a little with the head of Maradona and a little with the hand of God. Argentina win the match 2-1, thanks to Maradona's second goal, the legendary goal of the century, dribbling past 5 England players. The result sends Argentina to the semis, onwards to lift the trophy. England, meanwhile, is sent home bitter. Now, let's slide into an alternate universe where the referee sees it. Ali bin Nasser immediately disallows the goal, or the lineman signals, and Maradona's opener is ruled out and Maradona gets a booking. England stays 0-0, or perhaps the game ends differently. Without that dubious lead, England might have mounted more pressure, maybe win 1-0 or force extra time, and maybe even go on to win the trophy. If England had won, Argentina's road to the 1986 title gets derailed. No semi, no final win, no World Cup trophy that year. Maradona doesn't get to celebrate as champion. His goal of the century still dazzles, but it's overshadowed by the missing moment. Maradona's legacy, while still brilliant, loses a layer of myth. The GOAT debate, Maradona versus Pelé versus Cruyff versus Messi, might fold in a twist. Without the hand of God helping Argentina, people might question Maradona's place in that top tier more fiercely. Maybe Messi's GOAT case gets even stronger by comparison. What if Pelé played in Europe? Pelé spent almost his entire career in Brazil with Santos FC from 1956 to 1974, and then moved to the US with the New York Cosmos from 1975 to 1977. He never played for a European League club in competitive football. Despite staying in Brazil, his stats are insane. Over 1,360 appearances, he reportedly scored about 1,281 goals, including friendlies and exhibitions. He also did something no other player has, won 3 World Cups, 1958, 1962, and 1970. Fun fact, Brazil declared him a national treasure so that the government helped block big European clubs from wooing him away. But just imagine a world where Santos said, okay, when Real Madrid, AC Milan, or other Europeans came calling. Pelé moves to Europe in, say, the late 1960s. he'd be facing difficult challenges. Tough defenders of Serie A, the tactical intensity of La Liga, and the physical demands of English football. But Pelé was never shy of challenges. He'd probably adapt, dominate, and rewrite some European records. Maybe he nets 300 plus goals in Europe, wins European Cups, Ballon d'Ors, finally, since back then, non-Europeans were often excluded. The GOAT debate today might be even more titled in his favor, with massive European silverware and individual awards. Arguments between Messi versus Ronaldo versus Pelé would lean more towards Pelé as the undisputed king. Fans of Santos and of Brazil would have mixed feelings, proud that their hero shone on Europe's biggest stage, but maybe missed the identity and loyalty part. The Pelé one club legend mythos shifts. He might still be loved, but no longer a symbol of playing only for your hometown club the same way. In short, he probably still ends up as one of the greatest ever, but playing in Europe could have made him even more epic in European and global club football lore. And there you have it, a handful of football's biggest what ifs. Now it's your turn. Drop your own craziest what if moments in the comments. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more football goal stories.